Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Overwatch. It See guys, I've been playing like Clark quick to know. I've been playing Overwatch on and off since 2016, and I probably started to play it every day and do like a bunch of daily stuff when the Battle Pass got introduced back in, I want to say 2022, back when it became Overwatch 2. But before that, I'd basically play it at least a couple times a month. But without no say proper incentive, I wasn't 100% hooked into it. It was something I did really enjoy playing. It's just something I didn't necessarily find the time to play, and kind of regret not playing more of it. But at the same point, it's been the exact same game since, just with a few new things and free to play. Which means, guys, if you do want to start playing Overwatch, it's free to download, and I do recommend it. It is fun and creative, and I've got some really fun memories from playing Overwatch. I've learned the fact of that I like playing characters that give you the ability to put your opponent on the defensive. Things like Reaper, in tricky situations, come down to who presses the wrong button. But before we get into some games, we're going to open some loot boxes and go over some more lore. Because guys, if you did miss the stream, you will realise that I briefly showed something, but I didn't go fully into it. I'm also going to jump into the practice range to mess around with the 5 new heroes, because I've not had a proper chance to mess around with them. But yesterday, during stream at some point, another life dropped.
Is that you? I can't believe
Now, I've not seen it, so we're going to watch it and react to it at the same time.
How long has it been since...
What happened to you?
What? Oh
I'm gonna quickly mention, it makes a lot of sense why Freya would instantly load her crossbow and be ready to fire. She's looking at someone who she does not recognize.
Frey, this isn't... I can explain.
You disappeared for years, and this is how I find you? Stealing data from a global security compound, slaughtering indiscriminately. I thought hearing you were working with Talon would be the worst thing I could learn about you, but clearly that was too optimistic.
Frey, wait,
I've spent months on your trail. I worked for Talon agents just to track you down. I refuse to believe all the horrible things they said about you.
I promise it's not what you...
So, that's another thing, guys. I don't actually think Freya is full working for Talon. I do think at some point she potentially might end up joining Overwatch, because I do reckon at some point, I could be wrong, that she'll basically reach her breaking point. And I think her and Emery is basically going to get to a point where they're sort of in a stale match. He goes to shoot, she can shoot, they're both great to shoot, and you know, they both dodge and they both end up in a worse state. Talon picks up him, Moira fixes him, and Mercy brings her back.
You left Overwatch behind, left me behind, because you couldn't bear to compromise what you believed in. And now all this?
Also, he was former Overwatch, which means potentially Freya might have been, but I'm not 100% sure.
Hear me out, please. When I left Overwatch, it was because I thought I could help more on my own. I remember...
I agree with a lot of that, the case of him thinking he could, you know, do more better on his own. Because back at that point, Overwatch was sort of a case of, if any Overwatch person was active, you bet they were getting something. Like, Overwatch couldn't be active because of a bunch of people, and then from Sojan's final words, basically shutting Overwatch down. Winston made a judgment call and reactivated and brought the gang back together. Which is why I'm not the biggest fan of someone like Sojan having the power to turn the key whenever she wants, essentially. Because by that I do mean Sojan has the ability to and say, no, Overwatch is not needed, we're going to shut down again. I don't think she should be in that position. I don't think she should be in command. Because she willingly made a judgment call, fair enough. I don't judge her for making that judgment call. I judge her for not taking responsibility for it, because she has said in a lore drop that she was essentially told to shut Overwatch down. She might have been, but she could have made a different choice.
I remember having options lined up, being hopeful for a chance at something new. But some point after that, my memory just without mercy to it.
Now, guys, one thing I will say now is I have some great prime examples of people who Moira has experimented on and have kind of come out worse from it. So I think this is potentially an experiment done by Moira from Talon. Like, she's one of Talon's lead scientists. Because Reaper was an experiment that Moira experimented on. Sigma's constantly been experimented on by her to a point where Sombra said, "You should stop." And from what I can tell, this Emerald's potentially also been experimented on. All the cybernetic enhancements scream Talon upgrade to me, but I could be wrong.
Achieve a goal I don't understand. It tells me to work with Talon. It tells me to infiltrate bases like this one, no matter how many lives I need to take. And if I try to fight it, it just takes over. And I wake up like this. I don't know what it is, what it wants, but it's turning me into a monster. I know it's
Only if you let it.
trust me, Frey. There are things I've done that I'd rather have never known. But I promise, I'm telling you the truth. I'm sorry, Frey, for putting you in this position. I wouldn't blame you if you walked away.
I wouldn't blame Freya for
I
shooting.
think I can't leave here alive.
No. No. There's a reason I came this far to find you. If any part of you is still the Emery I knew, then I believe you. Let's get out of here, before anyone else finds this mess.
This place seems familiar. Where are we?
You really don't know?
No, I don't know much of anything right now.
We're in Riyadh.
I woke up in Lima just a few days ago. I was in Osaka before that. Now I'm here. And I barely remember how any of it happened.
Well, whatever you remember is more than anyone else knows. From the sound of it, you've been off-grid a long time.
Why did you come looking for me then?
Your boss has sent me. Seems Talon's got plans they need you to handle.
Vibe. Look at that price tag. No wonder you came for me.
With what you put me through, I'm making Max pay me double.
If he needs me back so bad he sent you, hell, call it triple. But I'm glad you came. It's been years since I've spoken to
I
you.
also might be wrong, guys,
As
because
only a friend.
for a while, like, basically Overwatch advertised as, like, because Talon essentially, I think, are trying to recruit Ash. I don't willingly see her going, and if it's why I think it is, Ash does not replace Widow. Widow is too good of a sniper, and Ash is nowhere near replacing her. Because Widow, Sombra, and Reaper all left. Freya's also not replacing Mercy. Yes, they're both skilled and they both have ways to get in and out of places. She's not replacing someone who can, you blink and you miss her. And Emery, he's not replacing Reaper. Reaper's too skilled at what he does. He's ex-Overwatch, so he has the training. But I don't think Freya's full on working with Talon. I think it's more of a case of Talon pay her money, she does them a favour. And by favour, I do mean they pay for her services, and that's it. But I do think Vendetta would want her fully on board.
Of course.
What happens once you turn me into Max then?
Well, I figured I might stay with you.
You will. Even if it means working with Talon.
I don't exactly share Talon's aims, but if that's what it takes, I'll manage. You always had my back when we worked together. It's only right I return the favor. I want to help you, Emery.
Four years to do how many mythics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sojin would then be 16, 17 for Moira, and 18. It took them 4 years to do 18 skins. I'd rather them not instantly start repeating them. Because granted, if I don't see some of the Smurf mythics, and I might eventually do a video going over the mythics that I do personally think are fine, but for 99% of them, I do think are fine. Mythics that I would like to see a upgrade of treatment for, as Mercies, I 100% do think, because Mercies came out at a very weird point. This is Vengeance, and it was all based over like Mercy got her skin, which I do think was a bad call by Overwatch. I will have a look through the characters now and try and be a bit more accurate because I can't remember when Vengeance did come out. But it does not suit an overall Mercy mythic. It suits a season that was based on it, which was a Ultra Watch thing where basically, guys, I think DC and maybe Marvel got a storyline like this, but DC have a Earth 2 story, Earth 2 set of people where you have the Justice Syndicate instead of the Justice League. Evil versions of the Justice League. Mercy's, I do think is kind of acceptable because what her season was based on. I also think Anna's would be a pretty nice one. Forgot I changed that. Now, why I don't hate Spellbinder, it's starting to grow on me. It's more the wings in the hat.
I aim to captivate.
And then the goggles. Don't get me wrong, the red and black scheme does really look nice. But
I aim to captivate.
hold on, can I? See, if you get rid of the goggles, I don't completely hate it. I just think the wings look a bit goofy. But Widow is also something I think would be nice to get something. Overwatch, why are you telling me that it's still something new for the story?
Greetings. My name is Chiara Preziosi.
Now, guys, if you do want to watch motion comics and you've got access to Overwatch, I'd recommend watching them. I've not seen them, but no idea. Like, weather. But yeah, so I do recommend checking them out. But out of the characters I have just mentioned, who do I think would be perfectly fine to get a new mythic? Widow, Ash, Anna, potentially Kiriko, but like I think Kiriko's is fine. I don't have it equipped anymore because, like, I don't hate it, but it suits her. I just think she's got other nicer. Like, I kind of prefer when her skins are more like that, more simplistic, than more focusing on her heritage. But characters, like, going over as characters I would like to see get a mythic. Why I'm not like, why I don't mind Mercy, like, getting a mythic this season. I'm surprised Vendetta didn't get one. It's her big season. Honestly am. Like, I get she's new last season and it would be one of their quickest turnovers, but again, also quicker than the saying, guys. Overwatch, if you were given it another mythic this season, you better give another way to be able to get it. Yes, you were going back the right way. You are improving. Because it used to be a case of, like, I'm pretty sure Junkrat's mythic came out of nowhere. Basically, we were told, like, halfway through the season. I had already completed Life Weaver's mythic at that point, and I'm like, well, I'm not spending 50 quid. Because I, quite frankly, wasn't. Now, I have leftover mythic points because of two reasons. One, I have 2 additional points because, I can't remember, it was a female character, I just can't remember which one. But this was like 3-4 seasons ago, where I went to and it didn't, and instead of costing me the full amount, it cost me 2 less. And the 40 was because I was like, okay, I'm only missing Doomfist and Junkrats, and I want the mythics. No, 19, so it's about 20 mythics. There's one, yeah, there is 20 mythics, 1 per season. No, 22 mythics. Oh, I forgot Life Weaver. I got 19 when there's when there was 20 seasons, which means Life Weaver, Junkrat, Doomfist, and Cassidy. Which I don't hate. Cassidy's also someone who I think potentially could, but I do just reckon last season's mythics. I do. Doomfist is kind of cool, but I would like to see you can get better treatment because it kind of does just feel like they're rush jobs. Well guys, to start off with, we're going to jump into Bounty Hunters and I'll be back as soon as I load in.
Welcome to Paris.
Now guys, we are going to try and test around some new heroes. I have messed around a bit more with domain since I streamed on Tuesday. I don't mind it, still not 100% my type of hero, but we are going to mess around with Emra, because I've not had a chance. I'd like to say I literally just got killed in spawn, like I got spawn killed, but no, technically speaking it's an open map.
I've gotten back up from worse.
Basically, like, back in Overwatch 1, you had capture, I think it was a capture map. You had to capture 2 points.
Enemy needs 2 kills. Enemy needs 1 kill.
Again, you're gonna be that kill.
I won't back down.
Guys, before the end of the video, I will jump into practice range to mess around with each of them and test out their ults. There's only 4 of us. No, there's 6. You know what, guys? That's time to run some craziness. Again, I'll be back since the game loads in. Ooh, King's Row.
Now entering King's Row.
Now, guys, No Limits is a crazy psychopathic game mode. I'll also talk about like the specialist, recon, all that lot after. Just because I've not messed around with Jetpack Cat yet.
Overwatch crossed the line here, and the world paid the price.
Oh, okay. Damn it! Or 6 Torbjorns and then 6 Torbjorn turrets. But to be fair guys, I'm happy to say the first pirate-based character in this game is no letdown. Like, I think there's been a potential comp no limits. Like, there have been a few alternative comp game modes, Team Deathmatch, 3v3, Elimination. Like, there have been some crazy ones. But now that I've briefly messed around with all new characters, I'm gonna save my how I think they are, what gameplay wise and if they're cool, like from their powers and all that lot, until I do get a bit of time to mess around, and for that I will basically spend just a few minutes in the training room testing out the primary files, all that lot. So that'll be near the end. Also guys, if you mind me like it, please like, comment and subscribe. Also, for those who do prefer my Overwatch content in video format, guys, there is a literal Overwatch short up from stream. And that was put on stream yesterday. I was able to get A-Ran's pixel. Like, literally, out of nowhere, I was very much surprised. Like, literally randomly got it, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so guys, the original short basically just igniting the Overwatch season. And potentially might turn the pixel thing into one, but, yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to find anyone who is on fire, but... Like guys, season 1 of Overwatch does seem really interesting. My only annoyance is how they've done the Overwatch skins. And by that I do mean the Overwatch Classic skins to the Overwatch skins now. Because Overwatch Classic is slightly different than most of Overwatch. And basically Overwatch Classic is, I think, 2016-2017 Overwatch of what they have done before. And it's basically just the first set of heroes. Yeah, you've just got an army of Torbjorns. Which is why this game mode is crazy. I think it'd be interesting for Tom. I would not want to attempt it though. Because depending on who you pick, you can go from an easy game, like in No Limit, having a 2v2, like a 2 support, 2 DPS, 1 tank situation, or 2 tank, 2 support, 2 DPS, does not help. Literally, it all comes down to your damage. What challenges do I have left for this week? Again guys, we'll be back soon to load in. So guys, we've logged in and guys, from that perspective, I do kind of think she looks a tiny bit younger than Wu Yang, which she is supposed to be older, but it doesn't really bother me considering we have a cat that from what I've briefly seen waiting to load into a game. Brig took a cat in and decided she wanted to give it a jetpack, and Sojin was like, fine. Wasn't happy about it, but was like, fine.
The fire in my heart will never burn out.
Right, guys, if you've never played Capture the Flag, it's basically simple. We have to get to the enemy team side and get their flag before they stop us.
What's up?
I remember some of the guys. There was a whole bunch of maps from Overwatch 1 that I've not played in years, just because they're not available on Overwatch on like main Overwatch games, and they were basically designed around arcade game modes, and because of only basically playing competitive now, I've not played a bunch of them in years. Now guys, the ideal thing for Capture the Flag is you kind of want, because you have a 5v5, you used to have 6, which meant you could have a perfect split. You kind of want a couple go-betweens and a couple defenders. And someone who can, you know, bridge sort of thing. Now, you used to kind of want like 2 of each. But like you kind of do this, like, cause it used to be a case of you'd want 3 people who could go over there, 3 people who would defend, and the 3 people who were defending and the 3 people go and kind of tried to meet up in the middle at worst case scenarios. Now you kind of just want a couple of dedicated people.
Enemy has taken it. Recover your flag. Returning the flag. Flag was returned.
Damn it, I couldn't get up there. Strength I can though.
Your team has captured.
Guys, this is one of those maps where it's kind of, depending on who the team is, you can kind of keep someone a perfect day.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
Come on, jetpack out.
Your team has the flag.
I've helped deliver 2 of them by picking them up in the first place. I get them to a slightly safer distance.
Score 5-0.
But like I say, guys, now it's kind of more effective to have 2 people go. Because back when you, like, cause, like having half, because even then you could just kind of split it down to a 2-to-2 ratio. I bought 1 over myself and helped capture 2 of them. Okay, soldier was popping off and I just didn't notice. Okay, soldier just tried to cover me, fair enough. I just did not notice. Right, I'll jump into Clash Map, then I'll jump into Team Deathmatch, and then I'll end on Low Gravity. But guys, I'll be back as soon as load in. Never mind. Like guys, that was like a second. See, guys, I don't know whether the game is basically trying to tell me, yo, you really do like playing this character, and you're good at playing this character. But I'm gonna play some Mizuzu. I've not played much of him. I do think he's really cool. Now, if for some reason we get another support, then I will switch to DPS. But I'm not going to instantly start picking DPS. Am I getting the most of it when I've got a chance in arcade game modes? Yes.
3, 2, 1. Commence attack on objective C.
Okay, let's
2 times.
trash 'em.
Objective unlocks 10 seconds.
Now guys, this character, like Mizuzu, I'm thinking Mizuzu, does just kind of feel more like a, I can heal you, but it's going to take slightly longer. Ah, never got Bastion now. Now guys, I know I've said on a few occasions having a, I think it's defined for at least Overwatch and Rivals as a perfect split of 2-2-2 or 2-2-1, well, 1-2-2, which is basically 1 tank, 2 support, 2 DPS, and then Rivals it's 2 tank, 2 support, 2 DPS. But once in game modes you don't need it. Also guys, I apologize if the gameplay is going to start sucking. There's something in my eye and it's bugging me. Which is why I ended up instantly dying to Zen. I was trying to get at it, thought I had like a second. Nope. More like DPS.
Objective unlocks 10 seconds.
Which I like the fact that there is a split. Because guys, support is support. Which is why when it comes to Marvel Rivals, I call it tanks, DPS and support instead of Vanguard, Duelist and Strategist. I think Strategist, for people who smart and plan ahead. I do not think, you know, people who are going to, granted, there are a few people in Strategist that I do think, yeah, kind of do, think they're all for Strategist. Things like Rocket, I do kind of think makes sense, but then there's also people like Tony Stark. He is smart and he has come up with several different plans. Go based on the name Strategist. Now, I'm not 100% sure what his ult does, but I think it's just a rapid heal. Which in that case, I think it's just a slightly better version of Life Weaver's ult. Which I'll take any day of the week. Like, I honestly do think it's an improvement. Yeah, Rissa, leave me on point when like the rest of the team could need healing. Which in this case would only include Jetpack Cat. But like guys, for this whole game, yes, I've slowly starting to catch up. I'm just over double, like Jetpack Cat has just over double my healing. But again, this character is 100% a secondary healer. Because comparing that to damage, Jetpack Cat is starting to catch up, but again, they have a load more kills than me. So, I have, you know, several less kills than them, and I'm still above them on damage. Although I will say, support 100% should be able to solo tank. But we'll say a couple supports and maybe a DPS get involved, then they should be taking easy. Like, it should not be hard for them. How did they go from having a 3-1 victory to now losing? Like, please, seriously, tell me how. Again, over double kills. The leave was annoying, and I'm going to give it to our bastard. Basically, guys, if someone's able to essentially, like, I don't want to say essentially annoy because it's not hard, but someone's able to get me essentially being like, okay, they're being, like, getting me attention to focus on them. Not consider them doing something decent, because then it's taking your attention away from what it should be, which is the field.
Coming from a mile away.
We'll do team deathmatch, and guys, I'll be back as soon as this loads in.
Now traveling to pleasure.
Right, guys, we loaded in,
Select your hero.
and why I do think an offensive DPS for this is necessary, and why yes, I have played a lot of A-Round. You can get to play much of pre-season, because a lot of people instantly went, oh my god, cool new character. But guys, if you don't know how team deathmatch works, it's very simple. Don't be the last person to die. Like, if your team is like on 20 something kills, and the like 27, 28, and the enemy team is on like 29, and you randomly roll into a something like a Diva nuke or a Reaper ult, and it's like, oh fuck, and you die, and it's like, oh god, you're...
Shake it off.
It's happened to me a few times.
Enemy needs 10 kills to win.
冻住，不许走！
I'm sorry, Diva? Seriously? Like, the enemy needs 7 kills, and Diva's just like, yeah, no, it's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, enemy start your engines.
Shake it off.
不许走！
Enemy needs 1 kill.
Oh, damn. Okay, I'm not leading on death, but I am leading on death with barely any kills. Diva snookered.
I'm on fire. What else to do?
Match.
No! Exact situation I said I didn't want to be in.
Defeat.
They went from losing to tracking to being sniffer dogs.
Play of the game.
Right, guys, to finish it off, I'll be back since we load into low gravity.
Now traveling to Paris.
Right, guys, just have some fun in low gravity.
heart will never burn out.
Yeah, so guys, basically the guarantee is, well, it sounds like you have none of it.
We're outnumbered. They're on the point. I'll
Which
take
is
that
why
as a
picking something
challenge.
like a flyer is not always the smartest choice, because you don't have much control. But picking someone who can get down to the ground is usually smart. Oh my god, no. I was gonna, again, if you are new around there, please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know when I do say bonus Overwatch videos, whether you would want to see more comp. Because the reason I haven't the last two is quite simple. I did say it in the last one, bonus would just be arcade game modes.
Now they've lit a fire under me.
It's basically just gonna be quick things, but I don't mind.
Eyes are going safe.
Because this week I've literally spent recording. Like, I have Monster Hunter Rise that I should start, hopefully gonna start recording. Because when this comes out, hopefully when this comes out, start recording then. Because, guys, because of when Overwatch is new season started, and because when I stream, I've basically not given myself much time to edit and all a lot and get a video out. I know I can do it, it's not gonna be too bad. Nah, soldier, you I mean, to be fair, still. Nah guys, the way her ult does work is, if you use them to revive, Mercy can't revive you. And I am thankful for it. Because if Mercy then went to say revive you as you went to say do that, and then Mercy was activating revive you activating roll, it's one, a waste of her ability, which isn't the most annoying part of that. Don't have much choice. I actually thought when I did, otherwise we would have 100% would have, and it was a chance. A chance I didn't win, but still a chance. Now guys, we're quickly going to jump into the practice range to mess around with these new heroes and test their abilities. I will basically go support tank, DPS, just to leave Aran for last because I've messed around with her enough. And it's just more of a case of seeing what she can fully do.
Perfect world
So,
is
testing
shaped by my hand.
as a support tank, don't know. We'll start with Jetpack. And guys, quickly gonna cover. You've got Tactician, which from the looks of it is basically anyone with some sort of way to benefit you. Lucio has speed boost. Zen has orbs and that lot. Baptiste has his field, and has nano boost and sleep dart. And then you got medics: Kiriko, Lifeweaver, Moira, and Mercy. Kind of slightly disagree with Moira being medic, but I don't really think she fits into any other role. Just for the simple fact of, yeah, she is a medic, but she's also more of a DPS support hero. Like she can do a lot more damage, and a lot more Moiras do use her as a DPS character. And then for Survivor, you've got Brig. I'll cover medic in a second because it's kind of basically. I'll quickly say it now. Even Kiriko, yeah, her kit is full built from keeping someone alive. Mercy can bring someone back. Lifeweaver has his ult that can do stuff like that, and so can Moira's, which I'm presuming is what they're based on. For Survivor, Brig has a shield bash. Laurie has a turret. Juno has the ability of being able to fly from situation to situation and get herself out of. Mizu, not 100% because again, not messed around with that much. And Wu Young can literally get himself out of situations. And Interior It's basically the dive characters. You've got Diva, Doom, Winston, and Wrecking Ball. All people that can get to point basically quick. You've got the bruisers. The people who can deal the big damage. Zarya can, Junk, Roadhog can, Orisa can, and Mara has double machine guns. And then you've got the Stalwarts, which are, I think, more shield than defensive based ones. Sigma, Reinhardt, Ramatra all have shields. Domain has one. Hazard and Jungle Queen, I kind of feel like could fit into Bruiser. And like Jungle Queen, I feel like could fit into Bruiser, and Hazard, I feel like could fit into Interior. Interior. I never pronounced that wrong. DPS, Sharpshooters. You got Ash and Widow, they are both snipers, along with Hanzo. Sojin, debatable. I do honestly think she'd fit better in something like Recon or Specialist. Recon or Flanker. And then Cassidy, yeah. For the flankers, you've got Venture, yep, she can drill on the ground all that lot. Yeah, not the biggest fan of either one of them. That makes sense. Vendetta, yep, she has multiple abilities that get from point to point. Tracer, speed. Reaper, teleport and fading and all that lot. Genji, speed, being able to deflect and being able to get to places. And A-Run, yes. Specialist, Baptiste is the equivalent of a you're not gonna live this live if I'm given a chance. And you're generally not. Emery, no 100% sure. Junkrat, he specializes in bombs. May, I saw that lot. Yeah, and that's me just taking the name Specialist and putting it to a point. Soldier, yeah, I don't really feel like he fits in anything else. He's not a sharpshooter, he's not a flanker. He could really fit in flanker on Recon, but yeah. Symmetra, yeah, and Torbjorn, he has a turret. Recon, which again I just feel like could basically just be another way for flanker. But these are like kind of. These are your cases of, because Genji and Reaper and Tracer could also fit into Recon. Just for the simple reason of, Genji can get to somewhere, get back and tell you what's going on. Echo can, yeah. Freya, yeah. Echo has a fly, all that lot. Freya has abilities. Farah can fly, and some can go invisible. But to uncover the new heroes, Jetpack Cat has a L2 boost, has standard guns, and then has a heal wave. And its ult oh, okay. And this ult allows you to charge into someone. Hold on.
We're here to be heard.
His gunfire is kind of slow, but again, I don't think he's meant as a thing. His two abilities are Claws Out, which quick melee becomes an empowered for every 6 seconds, and Transport Shield. Gain up to 75 extra shield health while carrying another hero. Headbutt and Territorial. Flight on knockback an enemy, and Pure Nail. I mean, his abilities are cool. Annoyances, he can pick you up with his ult, which is the exact same as Jeff's ult, like enemy team, but then he can also pick you up, which isn't as bad as I thought it was, but it's still kind of annoying. Mizune.
I'll decide my own fate.
Also guys, when I do start Rise, prepare for me to say Mizune a lot. There is a monster in the game with the exact same name. His abilities: Explode Soil and Wellspringing.
Why not?
And his second ones are Return and Quick Step.
Cool.
So again, he has a standard fire range. L1, R1, and a disc that can fire to heal. And his ult puts up a giant asteroid. Well, a giant glowy thing that heals. And his L1 gives him speed boost. Domain.
The perfect world is
She has a gun which, after a few seconds of charging, explodes. She has an R1, R1, and then when you hold,
crafting the barrier.
you can do
Have you
that.
tried working harder?
Her ult
Mini
encases someone. Her abilities are extended power and efficiency design, and
such impeccable
power
taste.
move, and detonation.
What can I say?
Again, you
I'm
wonder
a
what they
woman of
specifically are, you
taste.
can look them up. Now guys, my one thing with this new system is, unless you're in a hero gallery, the heroes are not alphabetical anymore. They're alphabetical in sub-roles. So, this dude has primary fire. Enhanced and survivors and security, suppressive security, and cyber, and heat sink.
Time to change up the strategy. Pek iyi gözükmüyorsun.
And his ult is, I'm going to drop everything on you. And you've got a couple ways of doing it. You can do fast reload and then quick reload. You can do fast space attacks and like you can hold L2 and do a charged attack, or you can just sort of rapid fire. Depending on how low the enemies are, you might want to rapid fire. Now covering the one that I've been playing a lot, that is my personal favourite out of the new ones, Aran. She is Wu Yang's sister, and she's a fire-based character.
My heart will never burn out.
And guys, for a lot of boxes for me, of like hearing-wise, like, fire is an element I like. Like, 9 times out of 10 when it comes to a fire-based character, I pick. My first character in DMD was a Dragonborn pyro-based. Again, she has standard fire. She has an R1, which can ignite people on fire. Or you can just let the fan do the work. But like for someone like Tracer, she's not got the best health. They then die of burn. You have Smolder, which ignites enemies burn 1.5 seconds longer, and then gain 50 over health when you use your ultimate, and for each enemy ignited by it. I personally go with Smolder. It means your burn can do more. Short fuse, impacting an enemy with Inferno Rush reduces the cooldown by 1.5. Heal 50 health for each enemy hit by Dancing Blaze. Now her ult is one or two things. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and see if I... How do I get back up there again? Ah, never mind. Actually, I'll show her first. Or it's being able to then do a charge straight up attack. Or her second, which I think is really cool, and I think it's a creative way around giving her an ability similar to Phoenix, but also a secondary ult purpose. Because at points you might not need to. At points you might just need the ability to go flank on the flank side. Like you might just need to be able to sort of suppress enemies, and not need to worry too much. Now in the practice range. And it even does some damage to enemies. And yes, guys, I am slightly biased when it comes to Aran. She's a really cool character, and I can't wait to play a lot more of her. But again, I do also think things like Mizuno is really cool. I think Domain can be really useful if given the right person. I think Jetpack Cat's ability is kind of cool, kind of unique. Definitely one of the firsts. And I do think Aran's is kind of a cool character. And I do like the fact of, you know, Emran, like Aran is like, I think her name's Aran, or like she ties back to Wu Yang because of being his sister. Emran ties back to Freya from being a close friend at one point. Domain ties straightly to Mandela because Overwatch did it before. Also, guys, the burn does do subtle damage. And both her abilities set you on fire. But something I didn't notice until now is you can just ban it, but like no matter what you do, like her attacks do just set you on fire. Which again is just really cool. Like the fire does just start to burn off. But yes, so guys, out of the new 5 heroes, Aran is definitely my favourite. She's cool, collective, and strong. And like she's my favourite from DBS. And I'd say Mrs. Zoon's probably my second favourite because I do overall like its kit. I didn't think I was going to do this twice, but to end the video, we'll open one more loot box and not get a legendary skin. See guys, this just reminds me of playing Genshin Impact, because it's another game I play where my luck is basically terrible. Sometimes, I have had decent luck on that game. It's been around, it's been a while. I completely forgot there was a panda roadhog I had. But either way guys, hope you have enjoyed today's Hang On Battle Pass. Where am I? But anyway guys, hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you are new around here, please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know whether you do want to see more Overwatch videos. And the reason it's another Overwatch video for this week, because at the beginning, near the beginning of the week, I was like, I could do Fortnite again, but based on reaction, the last Overwatch video did good. And compared to the Fortnite, which could have done a bit better. From definitely looking at it, people aren't as fussed about K-pop Demon Hunters as some people are. Eventually, the short and the video potentially might hit the right audience, but again, if you are new around it, comment, like, subscribe, check out some of the other videos. You never know what you might like. And if you want me to play a game, suggest one. But this has been Tigress, signing off. Bye.